Yeah, well, that's what it is when you make billions of dollars a year. You should pay the players a lot of money. So we're back. A huge episode, a post-draft episode. The Dan and Ninko Show, episode 62. We were in a little hiatus here. Yeah. You went on vacation somewhere really warm and tropical as I was freezing here in 50-degree weather. Jamaica, man!
Yeah.
Smoking a ganja, man!
I tell you one thing, their CBD cream that they have there is unbelievable.
Really? Wow, you were probably just no pain.
No pain.
No pain.
Yeah, it's unbelievable actually.
Really?
Yeah.
CBD cream?
It's like a bomb.
Are you sure they're not like grinding some type of herbal
whatever it is, it works.
Leaf that's
whatever it is, it works.
Some root?
Yeah, I mean, they know a lot about that, right?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, they're experienced and well versed in the herbals.
You want glacial water, you go to like the Eskimos and stuff like that.
Well, I'm not drinking any glacial water these days. It's like
it's
all melting from like 10,000 years ago or something crazy. I watched this
like people in it.
Yeah. Like there's like, ugh.
Raw water, remember?
Like pollen and crap, atmosphere, industrial revolution, just right in that layer. You're just sucking it down.
You're afraid we're going to get to that point anyway, right?
Oh, yeah.
The apocalypse?
Let's just keep selling Bill Gates more farmland. See what happens.
How much did that bother you when I sent you that? You started
scary.
reading it.
You want freaking one guy to own all the farmland? Control the people. You want to control the people?
The nerd.
Control the freaking food.
Yeah.
I just put $6.29 diesel fuel. Everyone's like, my bread and milk is going up so high. Why? Diesel, obviously, freaking controls the whole damn world.
That's why you go electric trucks.
Yeah, let's go electric. Yep. Plug it right in. Makes a lot of sense.
How much was your electric bill last month?
$800. Turn the pool on. Boom.
But that wasn't even the whole month, though.
Should I go solar?
That wasn't even the whole month.
$30,000 for solar.
What are you gonna do when it's 4 digits your electric bill? Will you freak out? You go around the house, turn the lights off and stuff.
Time to go. I asked Paige if she would be interested in a horse and carriage. Just go Amish. Let's go Amish. Dude, they're smart, bro. They're not doing any. They don't care about gas prices.
I know they don't care about electric or
hey, what are
gas
prices? Feed the horses.
Yeah.
Feed the horses. Get the kids
they make
in the
it
wagon. Let's go.
That's what you're gonna do. So with your electric bill, do you go around and like turn the AC down and then?
I mean, no AC.
Oh shit, the AC hasn't even come on yet. And you're already $800.
Open the windows. But my son has like a serious pollen allergies and all that stuff, so we'll be.
Suck it up. I'm not paying the bill.
Well, you get bent over for the propane. You get bent over for the electric. The thing about the electric bill, I don't know if anyone looks at their actual bill. Half of it's delivery.
Yeah.
You know, you use $300 in like actual electricity, then there's a $400 transportation fee.
No, transportation.
Transporting it through wire.
Like a truck coming around to deliver it to you.
Well, hey, everybody. Yeah, you know what? I'll start this thing early. I stopped and got something real special for us.
Oh, boy.
High Lifes.
Champagne.
Because I'm high on life right now, and you were high on life in Jamaica, Mom. But yeah, we got to go through a lot of stuff. We haven't been on in a while. We took a little hiatus because of the vacations and all the fun stuff that Dan's doing. And Ninko's just,
so fucking all over ESPN in New York.
I had to go to
walking the streets of New York.
Oh, rats everywhere. I love this stuff. This is my first beer I ever stole from my dad. Yep, stole a case of High Lifes. Robert!
You ever find out?
Damn it. Oh, yeah. Come on. He used to drink these all the time. So when I was a kid, I think my dad gave me a puff of a cigarette when I was like 5, just because he was always playing cards with his buddies. And they're all smoking, and I'm like, we're looking at him. He's like, hey, you want to try this puff? And I remember just dying, like couldn't. He's like, yep, you'll never smoke again. It worked. I never smoked, ever.
When did he give you a taste of a High Life?
Oh, I had a taste of a High Life probably when I was 2. My dad would give me little sips. My grandpa would give me little sips. It's not bad for you. They used to give kids bourbon, or rub their gums and
just give you cocaine.
Bourbon, exactly.
It was like cough medicine.
Oh my God, I can't do that now. bad spot, man. We're in a bad spot. Like, we got a lot of stuff going on. And
I mean,
it's
Dave
weird.
Chappelle's getting tackled on
I
stage.
mean, what is that? I
Chris
mean, if
Chris
you're
Rock's getting slapped.
You're Chappelle. Well, that was two celebrities, but I would have worked over Will Smith. I don't care how much training he did for freaking Ali. I'd have worked him.
What I don't understand with that, though, is Chris Rock never went down. He barely moved.
He went, oh!
Yeah, it's not like Chris Rock's a big guy.
That was like a Rocky fucking fake slap thing. It was fake.
No, it wasn't. I don't think Will Smith had it in him.
Well, I mean, his wife was smashing other dudes for many years. And now he gets pissed off that he talks about her hair loss, where she got perfect eyebrows. Wouldn't you lose your eyebrows too? You had alopecia.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Well, she has.
I know.
Yeah, but her eyebrows are full. They look great unless they're penciled.
I think there was somebody talking about that they were real hair and all that, so they were questioning the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know that he slapped the shit out of him.
So
I mean, the slap was cool. It was like modern times. You talk shit, get slapped. But it was kind of a joke, and he laughed at it. It was one of those laughs where you're like, and your wife's like,
I just don't understand though. If you wound up and slapped somebody,
Oh,
like a size like a guy like Chris
Slap
Rock, wouldn't he go down?
maybe. Yeah, you would think. He's got a good. He's
He
got
barely,
he's got no
moved.
head trauma, so his
Yeah.
brain's good. So you can take a few hits.
Yeah,
Maybe he's got a good chin.
yeah.
He might have a good brain for getting punched.
He was on stage at the Dave Chappelle show afterwards.
I did see that. Dude, that was crazy. That's crazy. People are nuts, man.
Yeah,
People are nuts. It's a crazy times. You know, you got. I won't get into politics, but did you see the egg roll? Did you see the egg roll like they have in the White House? You had the Easter Bunny like, excuse me, President, go this way. He's a.
a cajillion billion.
They're like turning him this way. It's like.
But then he went off to some other way, and they had to go get him again. It's like corralling him.
So bad. Oh my gosh. Hey, how about the draft? Let's get into the draft. So
what'd you think?
I was reading the draft grades for all 32 teams.
Okay.
1 through 32. The Patriots were 32.
Yeah.
They were the worst in the league.
Yeah, but who's it written by?
F.
Who's it written by?
I mean, a lot of people are giving them an F. I'm giving them like a C. C's get degrees, okay? Like, you can still pass, but they didn't make a splash. Why would you get 2 running backs?
B plus.
B plus?
B plus.
I'm going C. C,
Well,
solid
yeah,
C.
you have to get 2 running backs. Don't forget, because
They just put so much pressure. Sorry for cutting you off. They put so much pressure on that first round kid.
Strange.
Yeah,
He's fine,
Mr.
though.
Strange. Go ahead. What were you saying? What was your thought?
Well,
Sorry.
The 2 running backs you have to get because Damian Harris is gonna be gone after this year. They're not going to pay him.
It's an undervalued position now. Like, you can find them in free agency though. Like, for cheap, for nothing.
But they've actually been good at drafting running backs. If you think about it, they've been really good at it.
yeah, but
The 2 positions they're good at
why
drafting.
would you draft a quarterback in the 4th round?
Because Stidham's on his final year of his contract.
Stidham hasn't even been on the roster for 2 years.
You need a backup, though. Hoyer can't be a backup
just
again.
gave Hoyer $4 million, 2 years.
Yeah, but that's not a real deal, though. He's going to be like the quarterback coach.
Well,
You have to have a
I'm
quarterback.
not sure Hoyer signed on for that one.
They've drafted a shit ton of quarterbacks in the 4th and 5th round over the last 20 years. Every year they take one in the 4th, 5th round.
Why didn't they go get the Karlaftis kid? Why don't they go get a big-time outside linebacker?
Because you just wanted somebody from Purdue.
No. I wanted
They tried once. They got
Why
they
don't
got a
they
guy
just-
named Winovich. It didn't work
They
out.
didn't draft him in the first round, and he's number 69.
Well, according to him, he was like a first-round pick the way he acted.
I mean, that's just young kids these days. They all think they're first rounders, but
But you don't like the offensive line pick?
oh, it's coming back to me.
The kid's gonna be like Logan Mankins.
That's the issue. He's not Logan Mankins.
How do you know?
He's not gonna be Logan Mankins.
How do you know?
Because it's rare to get Logan Mankins. That's
You know-
like,
but you
that's
know
like
Logan
saying, I'm gonna go
Mankins-
win the lottery today. You go to the gas station, you buy a lottery ticket.
Logan
Your odds are
Mankins
very,
was
very-
a stretch pick, they said. He was supposed to be a 3rd or 4th rounder, and they took him in the 1st round, and they got shit for it.
Yeah, but like, if you were to draft Logan Mankins as a stretch, and he has a 11-year career and a Hall of Fame career, badass dude, to do that again would be
They do it all the time, though. They do it all the time with offensive linemen.
Who have they
Every
drafted in the
offensive
first
lineman
round?
they've had, they've never signed one.
Yeah,
Trent
but
Brown's
they
like the only
get 'em-
one.
Yeah, but they get those guys in the later rounds. They're free agents. David Andrews, Ryan Wendell.
Andrews was a 5th-round pick.
No, David Andrews was a free agent.
Was he? I thought
Yes.
it was 5th or 6th.
Never was drafted.
No.
Undrafted free agent.
Yeah,
David
but-
Andrews.
Nate Soldier, Matt Light.
They're tackles,
Okay.
not guards. Guards and centers are like, you can like shuffle them around. You can find, listen to this. When we won the Super Bowl against Seattle, our starting guards were Ryan Wendell and Dan Connolly, both free agents. Like just straight up, never drafted. It's
Yeah.
like you can win and you can do well with guys that you're not drafting.
But the
like,
thing is, would
high.
you rather them... So...
Or
people-
go get a receiver?
But they're terrible at drafting receivers. Like, they're terrible.
They
like,
just drafted the fastest receiver, but he's like all the critiques on him were like, yes, great in a straight line. Other than that,
No, he can catch. He can actually catch the ball and track the ball and all that.
if you can't track a ball, you shouldn't play receiver.
But there's a lot of slow speed guys that can't. Like, that's the thing. Like, he can track it well. I think that's a good pick, I think. But they didn't want to waste the pick, so I think they went with something that they knew
Why didn't
was
they take
solid.
the badass? Why didn't they stay where they were at and not go backwards to 29
With Trent McDuffie?
and go get the McDuffie kid?
Because his arms are too short. That's what
My
it
arms
is.
are too short.
That's what it is, though.
I had the shortest arms in the league. I played 11 years.
That's what it is. But you're not a press corner, though.
What about the safety? What about the trade?
They don't need a safety, though.
They could. Devin's old as dirt.
Yeah, but they have Duger behind him, Adrian Phillips, Josh Bledsoe they drafted last year. I mean, they've got other safeties. They needed a guard.
How about the inside linebackers? Where's the speed? Where's the cover backers? Are they going to play with extra DBs?
They have them already. They have the linebackers already. Everybody's raving internally about that McGrone kid, the kid from last year that went to the fifth.
I hurt my
fifth round.
groan.
Yeah, but he was hurt, so he basically became the pick
Pat
this
McGrone?
year.
What's his name was Pat.
No, it's Cam, I think.
I know, but what if it was Pat McGrone?
That'd be pretty funny. But that's what they're going. I think they think they're comfortable with what they have internally for linebacker. They're going to go. I think a lot of safeties on the field at once. Jabril Peppers is going to be a good signing that they have too.
It's going to be interesting.
There. Okay, we'll go with draft
So
grades. I'm going to read you a draft grade that happened.
For who? The Patriots?
No shit, I forgot.
You know who killed the draft? The Jets.
It's still the Jets though.
Yeah, but they did really well. Like, you know who did really well? Miami did really well.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. You know who did good too? Buffalo. Those guys did well. So it's going to be a little sketchy.
Here's Bleacher's report of a draft.
Bleaches or bleachers?
Bleacher.
Here's Bleach's report.
Yeah. Seattle Seahawks. After one of the worst picks in the first round I can ever remember, the Seahawks didn't draft any position of need or draft for the future. Pete Carroll's proving why he didn't make it in the NFL for the first time. Not only was Bruce Irvin a reach at 15, the Seahawks proved they were oblivious to their madness by celebrating their selection. As if it wasn't bad enough, Seattle selecting Russell Wilson, a quarterback that doesn't fit their offense at all, was by far the worst move in the draft. With two of the worst moves of the draft, Seattle is the only team that received an F on draft day today. In that draft, they also drafted Bobby
because
Wagner.
of Russell Wilson. But what is the upside
And
of
Bruce
a
Irvin.
guy? Bruce Irvin. I mean,
He was
Bruce Irvin,
good.
He was serviceable. He was a good.
Bobby
player.
Wagner was their third pick in that draft.
No, that's impossible that they would say that after those two guys. Let me see. Well, that guy sucks and he's an idiot. And he doesn't
But these are the
deserve a
same
job.
people that are giving the grades out
No,
now.
that was an ESPN grade, I think.
No, Bleacher Report.
So Russell, like you have to think, like if you drafted a quarterback whatever round and their upside is massive, like say you draft a quarterback and he is a game changer and he's just lights out, really really good. That pick has a bigger impact than if you drafted a guard and say that guard is unbelievable, just lights out, the best guard to ever play, John Hanna.
Yeah.
They never. It's hard. It's like there's a cap on guard play. cap on it. A center, like they can control the offensive line. They can do pickup, splits pickup. You can't mess the snap up or else you're losing games for people. Guards it's tough to get the value out of that. Like, that's tough. That's like putting, in car terms, that's like putting a souped up motor in something that really can't turn fast or doesn't stop well. It's really good. It's an awesome motor. Does really well. But there's a limitation to it. You can't use all the power. So the guard in the first, which everyone says they could have got him in the third, the league has changed.
Those reports they've been totally blown away because
the game has changed so much in the last 10 years. It's changed so much. Running backs aren't as valuable as they used to be. Offensive linemen, inside linebackers are not as valuable. It's all turned into quarterbacks, receivers, and DBs. And then your pass rushers. So your pass rushers are going to be there just because you got to get to the quarterback. Everything else, your tackles, obviously they're protecting your quarterback. The inside guys, it's a modge podge. Slide, help them out. You got bodies in there. Your quarterback can move now. So you're having scrambling, more mobile quarterbacks that get out of trouble. Your offensive linemen are just hanging on like, oh, where's he going? Just like, oh, okay. So,
but you're saying like Shaq Mason's wasn't a good.
They paid 20. What was the year that they franchised Tooney and Shaq? They paid like $25 million in two players in the offensive line.
You won a Super Bowl that year, though.
No, I don't think they did.
I'm almost positive that was the year.
Did they win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that was the Rams Super Bowl. Wasn't
I don't know about that.
That's when they beat the Rams. I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember.
I think it was.
I don't think so.
Because Tooney left the following year because he couldn't be tagged again.
Well, it didn't make sense.
But he won a Super Bowl.
They put money somewhere else.
The problem with draft grades is you can't grade the draft right now. You can't.
Well, here's the deal too. Some of the first round picks are going to be shitty.
Yeah.
Some of the third round picks are going to be great to where if they were to redo the draft, guys that are in the third or the fifth should have been first rounders, and first rounders should have been sixth rounders. So hopefully the 29th and the first rounder isn't looked at as, whoa, he should have been a sixth rounder.
I'll give you this is the thing with draft grades. Draft grade. Individual picks of the Patriots 2019 draft. Their first round selection was a grade A. Who was their first round selection in 2019?
I don't know.
N'Keal Harry.
He sucked.
I understand that. So spending 90 seconds watching N'Keal Harry play like a bully at wide receiver, I keep hearing the Des Bryant comp, but to me, he seems to look a hell of a lot more like Anquan Bolden.
Oh boy.
Then the second pick, their third round pick, Joejuan Williams, received an A grade. Chase Winovich received an A+ grade.
Well,
Damian Harris received a B-.
You never know. But I would say this.
Yadni Kajusti, A grade.
I was part of probably the best draft class in the history of the draft, but, not much talked about.
Because you didn't get anybody.
No, I'm saying my draft class.
What do you mean? When you played?
When I was drafted.
Yeah.
First, second overall pick, Reggie Bush, which you could say that Reggie Bush didn't.
He didn't pan out to be a number one pick, but he was a good player. He was a number
two pick. Mario Williams was number one, so he was second overall. But
he was still a good player though.
His college freak show of a highlight.
He was like that in the NFL. He's got hurt a lot.
He did have a lot of injuries. Yeah.
He was the one that was running and like spilled out in the sidelines where it was cement or something like that.
He got like $12 million from freaking state.
Yeah.
I'd have slipped tore my ACL for $12 million.
That'd have been like career earnings.
Yeah, after taxes.
But that's the thing is you can't. I mean,
so
the Boston media is going to rip Belichick, right? Because they don't like the pick because he didn't go out and pick a wide receiver, and everybody's like, "Well, N'Kobe Dean, like you didn't take N'Kobe Dean, you could have taken N'Kobe Dean." Well, last I checked, 32 teams passed on him twice, and then another 20 teams passed on him 3 times before they took him. That kind of tells you something.
Yeah. I just think that first round pick was a head scratcher. I really do.
The reports are coming out now, though, that people had him high. They had him a lot higher.
And then I was texting Karlaftis from Purdue, and I was hoping that he would come here. And he goes to Kansas City, and now he's going to go be a beast in Kansas City.
What if he does nothing?
Mark my words. He's going to be good. He's a good player.
Would you have been fine with him wearing number 50 for the Patriots?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good-looking kid, hard-working kid.
Just because he went to Purdue?
And he went to Purdue. He's in the den of defensive ends. They put him in that onerous position to be a part of the defensive end crew that was drafted into the NFL and hopefully plays well and plays a long time. You never know. It's always a crapshoot.
How come you didn't text Bill and say, Bill, you got to take this guy?
No, I mean, just shut the fuck up. Will you?
That's my thing with it, though, is that everybody wants to be a draft expert. Like, does Mel Kiper really know anything about drafting players?
I don't know. I don't think anyone knows anything about much. They just
That's what I
sound
mean.
like they do.
But, like, you have a whole room. Belichick did. Everybody thinks that Belichick's making these picks now. He's not anymore.
Who's making them?
I think it's Groh, the new de facto GM or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's a group of them all coming up with it.
Could be. Is it Matty P?
I think Matty P's probably
Joe
part of
Judge,
it.
Matty P?
Yeah, I think they're part of it.
So it's all everybody, and then you got Kraft coming in. Jonathan is coming in.
No, I don't think Crafts are involved in the pick. But the thing is, if the guy ends up being like a Logan Mankins,
And then you have your analytics.
Well, let me see here.
But they don't really have that, though.
33 and a half inches and long-term projections select. He will have many 3rd and 10-plus catches, so we draft him.
But, so if Dante Scarnecchia called into the show right now and said, Rob, the Strange pick is one of the best picks the Patriots ever made. This kid's going to be unbelievable and all that. Does that change your mind at all?
I guess I'll have to talk to him when I see him again.
But
See him soon.
you don't think
Maybe-
they talk? You
maybe
don't think
he
they
will.
talk to him though?
What?
You don't think they talk to him? The staff talked to him about Strange or something like that? Went over the tapes with him?
Maybe. I don't know. He's not.
Guaranteed
He's not
they
in
did.
that building. You think think they're sending
I bet-
Scar tapes?
I bet he's still in the building. He probably goes on the treadmill every day.
You like yourself some Strange, huh?
I don't think it's as bad as a pick as people think. Would you rather pick N'Keal Harry again?
No, but they obviously didn't think that
But that's what I
that
mean.
was
though,
going to
is-
be.
So.
But I think about who's the kid that was with the Titans that they just traded away. That's crazy. Why would you
A.J.
trade him
Brown is
away? Why would you
stupid.
trade A.J. Brown?
They offered him $15 million a year, and he said no. Obviously,
But I mean, that's way under. Is Vrabel trying to be Bill now? Well, we'll give you 15. If not, get your ass out. Okay, I'll go get 30.
that
Whatever they just
25.
got. 25.
That was the most head scratching move I think of the draft. Why would you trade him?
I don't know. And then you got
He's like
Ryan
25
Tannehill,
years-
you know,
Yeah.
coming on saying, well, it's my competition. It's not my job to be a mentor. It's true, but this kid, if he can move around and throw like you do, he might take your job.
But you're acting like though this kid was drafted as like the number 1 pick or something like that. He got drafted in like the third round.
I know.
Like, I
This
mean-
is, you know, he might be a little nervous.
But
Might be scared.
I mean, the Titans are taking him right because it's not. They didn't put any value in him. They made 2 picks before that. And they
These are good.
didn't get him. That's really good.
It's good. Give me some high life.
So what? You're down on the Patriots now?
No, I mean, I'm not down on the Patriots. I just think that their draft as a whole, they could have been. I'm just, head scratcher a little bit on the Strange.
I think too. You have to look at drafts like of what you did with your picks, right?
And then I feel bad I really do. I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad. I don't feel bad because he's got money. He's going to get money. He's going to get paid.
Not a ton though.
I mean, it's more than what he thought he was going to get. The kid was probably fishing somewhere thinking, oh, I'm going to the 3rd round. And then Bill calls him and he's like, what?
He seems like the type of kid though that eventually, like he could be a starting guard, like a big time guard, and he'll take like half the value because he's just like kind of that good old boy.
Bill wants.
But you have to put that into the valuation though. You're looking at wide receiver right now, right? You take a wide receiver in the 1st round, they're pretty good. In 4 years, they're going to get $25 million a year.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. When you make billions of dollars a year, you should pay the players a lot of money.
But
When owners are making billions and they make 100, whatever money they make a year in revenue.
But you have a salary cap, so you have to fit in that. It's not like that the owner dictates
that's all adjustable bullshit.
It's not though.
Look at some of these teams where how are the Rams under the cap? They pushed everything out years. Like
But eventually it'll hit.
Tom signed like a 4-year deal with $50 million a year, and they just pushed all that shit out. So
But eventually hits you. You know how much Atlanta's paying in dead cap for Matt Ryan this year?
Probably like $50 million.
Yeah, just about. It's like $45 million.
Yeah.
So it
stupid.
eventually hits you. It will be there eventually. You got to plan right. The Patriots going to have almost $100 million in available for this upcoming free agency.
So what are they going to do? Like sit on their hands? You got to spend it.
Yeah,
Give it
when
out.
Free agency comes.
Give it to the guys on the team. Give David
I know.
Andrews a nice big fucking bonus instead of being like, well, you're a free agent. Let's see what your market is. Oh, yeah. Okay. You've been really good. You've been a leader. You've been a captain for many years here. You kind of are like the older veteran now, or the young guys look up to you, and you want you to be the guy that does all the right things and makes all the right decisions and comes in every day and does what he's told. Pay him more.
Yeah.
Pay him what he should be paid. And don't like try and be like, well, we got him for great value. Because eventually they're like, get lost. Go find another young guy, which they do eventually. I mean, that's the name of the game. But sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't. Well, I mean.
He's locked up, though, for 4 years, though, now.
Hmm?
He signed a 4-year deal.
Well,
3 years left on it.
I know, that sucks.
4 years, $16
and they
million.
got him. They bent him over on the last one, too.
Yeah, I mean.
So he's going to play like 10 years, and there's a kid that's drafted that gets a second contract that's going to make 3 times to 4 times what he's made in 10 years.
That's called like being Ninkovich.
Being Munsoned. Being K-wide.
The problem is, though, is you're buying into all this media stuff.
I'd rather this side than this side.
Yeah.
Okay?
But you're buying into all this media stuff. The Boston media that's bashing it because
Well,
they didn't
don't
make.
turn on
they didn't make the pick.
98.5
Oh,
because
I
you
know,
got
it's-
Felger and Maz. Well, they want that. They want to.
But it's the same thing. Like here, I know you don't watch basketball. The Celtics lost the first game
I've
against
been
the
watching
Bucks.
basketball. I actually
Okay.
watched the game last night. I watched 2 of the games last night.
But they
I
lo-
like playoff basketball because I feel like in the regular season, those guys are just pussyfooting around. They don't really care. Then when, like, the end of the season, December, they're like, oh, let's play a little bit harder. And then they're starting to play harder. And then now they look good. I like watching the Celtics.
But the thing with Celtics are, right, they finished the series with Brooklyn. Everybody around here is they're going to win the championship. They're going to the finals and all that. They play one bad game against the Bucks the first game,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
it was
it's over.
they're all done.
Yeah,
It's over.
It's over.
They destroyed them last night, so I'm sure today it'll be.
Yeah. Well, now
they're back.
Now everyone's like, well, this is going to be a full 7-game series, but they'll come up short.
But it's the same thing with the Patriots, though. Like everybody's bashing the draft right
Which
now.
Smart
He was out last night.
with a thigh contusion. A thigh contusion.
Yeah, it was tough.
Tough? A thigh contusion? A thigh contusion.
He's a tough
Take
kid, though.
a Toradol shot.
You don't think
Start
it could be
bending
more than
that
that?
shit. Bend that shit out. Go in the hot tub. Get yourself warmed up, ready to go. Don't sit down. Don't get cold, because once you get cold, you can't bend your leg. You can't run. You can't do shit. It hurts a little bit. Go out there, win a championship. Take an Advil. No, actually, you got to take a Tylenol and a Toradol, because you can't take an Advil and a Toradol. Those are the same things. They're both anti-inflammatories, bad for your insides. Liver. So anyway, a thigh contusion? Come on. Unless
But
it's the shoulder.
It's probably more than a thigh contusion, though, that they're leading on to.
They're just, I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
But when I saw thigh contusion, I said thigh contusion.
He doesn't take time off. Like he
Well,
plays
I'm
hard.
not calling him anything.
You got another
I'm not
high
saying
life?
anything. Just when you got a thigh contusion, you got to fight through it in the
You got
playoffs.
another high life over there?
Oh yeah.
You stole another one from Captain Insano?
Captain Insano. Robert.
I didn't know you watched basketball.
Yeah.
We don't talk about basketball at all.
We don't really. We should. Only in the playoffs, because that's the only time that it's worth anything, because they don't really play
Well,
hard.
I like playoff. You're right with playoff basketball. It's a whole
It's
new
a whole
season.
different season.
It's a
Yeah,
season.
It's a different feel. It's a different level of
But it's a lot of games
energy.
though too.
What's that?
It's a lot of games. The playoffs are a lot of
There
games.
are a lot of games. So like last night I watched so after the Celtics was the which is a good Golden State.
Yeah, in Golden State.
and the
It's a good
Grizzlies.
series.
Good series. Very good series.
So what's your take on the Celtics, the hometown Celtics here?
I think they can win the series. I think they just have to play. They got to hit their shots. Like last night, they're playing a team that has better defense.
They don't have better defense.
No, the team that they were playing has a better defense than what they faced.
Oh, yeah, and what they face.
Yeah. So like they have a better defense. So when you play better defense, you got to hit your shots. They hit their shots. That's the difference. If you're off, the first game they just didn't look like themselves,
The first game, they had wide open shots they
and
missed.
they missed.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Come on.
They hit them.
And
This
contested
series,
shots too. There's going to be a little bit more contested shots.
this series is basically the NBA Finals, though.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins this series wins the Finals. It's the Bucks or the Celtics.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics will win it in 6.
I think they're going to win in 6. I think it's going to get down to I think it's going to go 7 games. So they're going to go to Milwaukee
For 2 games.
For 2 games.
Then Boston, Milwaukee,
Yeah.
Boston.
So I think they're going to win it here in Game 7.
It'd be awesome to win Game 7. I think
Wouldn't
they'll
it
win
be
Game
sick?
6, though.
It would be sick.
The thing is, I think they figured out all they have to do with Giannis is keep him away from running the fast break. You know, when he gets out, then he's just so big you can't stop him. It's like it's like Derrick Henry in the open field.
Yeah, you
like,
can't let
nobody's
him get
tackling
going.
him.
You got to get him early.
Yeah, hit him behind the line and everything. That's all they're going to do. I think they figured it out.
Big Tatum fan. I like Tatum.
Tatum's going to be top 3 player in the league here soon. Top 2.
What is his contract looking like? Like, what
Max
do they?
contract. He already has max.
He's got the max, but what is that? You know when they say NBA
4 years
max,
left. I think
he's got 4 years left on that.
he just signed it. 3 or 4 years left. But like
They wouldn't-
Jaylen Brown.
The NBA, like they take all these guys. Like he doesn't seem like the guy that you would want to. Because wasn't there talks of trading him at one point?
I don't know if that was like that's just the.
Or is that the media
It's the
saying
media
like
spinning it.
trade him away or whatever?
It was either trade him or Jaylen Brown because they weren't good together and all that stuff.
Because his demeanor and his mentality kind of fits what you would think of a Celtic, but you're like Kyrie Irving was Irving was a complete opposite, and you're like this guy doesn't fit what you would think a Celtic would be. And then you go back in time and you think about like when the last time they won a championship, they had guys
Garnett, Pierce,
yeah, like
Ray
similar
Allen,
to
Perkins.
yeah,
I think the thing
which
with
I like Perk.
I don't think Tatum had that in him before this year. It's like since December, it's turned on. Like
But he's matured a little bit. I think you can
yeah,
see the maturity.
he wants to be a two-way player now. He wants to play defense and score.
He's got a great fadeaway.
I mean, what he did against Kevin Durant, who's supposedly the best player in the league, everybody's like Durant was off and all that. No, Tatum Tatum owned him.
He was on him.
Tatum's 6'7", 6'8".
He's a big dude.
Like, he can shoot, he can drive, he can hit the three, he can defend. He's the total package.
He is very good.
You remember that draft, though? The Celtics actually could have taken him, I think, at number 1. Ainge traded back to number 3 and still got Tatum because Markelle Fultz went and then Ball or one of them went, and then they still got Tatum.
Hey, you got to risk it. Get the biscuit. They risked. They went back. They
Same
got
thing.
him.
People were upset when Ainge did that trade.
Yeah, well,
They were upset in the draft.
Strange is a little bit different.
I think Maz
than Tatum.
Maz and Felger were screaming and saying that Ainge needed to be fired and all that stuff.
But let's not get into like the offensive guard versus like a Tatum type.
Stop!
Production.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Y'all, come on. A guard can't. A guard's not scoring a point. If this season in 2022, his name, if Strange is brought up at all, it's a bad thing.
He's a start.
They
He's
should
going
just
to be
say,
the
like,
starting guard.
He's going to be a starting guard. He's going to be a starting guard from Chattanooga, where they didn't run. They probably had a quarter of the amount of plays and checks and advanced offensive plays that you have to know, understand, comprehend, and then also relay. So there's a difference. Like when you are in college, it's simple. You got like a little thing. Oh yeah, play 6, and you're like, got it. Right run, left run, slide right, slide left, pocket protect, check. Here it's going to be like, holy shnikes. We have a lot of shit. So that's going to be tough because in the Senior Bowl, he said, there's a lot of stuff going in the Senior Bowl. We didn't have nearly as much this stuff at Chattanooga.
Okay. What do you think of Kyle Duggar for the Patriots? He's a good safety?
Yeah, he's a good safety.
What college did he go to?
I'm not like
Lenore Ryan.
I don't know where that's at, and I don't.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's where he came out of. People bashed Belichick for that pick too.
A defensive player is like a golden retriever.
So an offensive lineman, though, isn't it?
Oh no, different. Offensive line is different.
It's just
golden
he's going to be
retriever.
mean.
You throw the freaking ball, they run and get it.
So you're a golden
They come
retriever.
back. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I admit it. I was C-ball, get ball, C-ball. That's what I was.
But it wasn't for
there
you,
was
though.
Now defensively for the Patriots, it's more advanced than any other team. But from I would say 20 18-19, where they had more veterans. They had the dip there when I was gone. So when I left, they had a dip because guys couldn't get the defense because it's hard. You have to have guys that are in the defense for many years to like get the whole concepts of everything that you're running. So it's been a not as advanced defense, I'd say, in the last few years. It's changed dramatically.
It's going to change even more now, though.
It's going to change more now, yes, sir.
Yeah,
who's getting the quarterback for the Pats? Uche and
Judon.
Is Judon
Probably
for
Trey Flowers.
You think Trey's coming back?
Yeah, it's just way too much smoke for that. He hasn't signed anywhere. He's not going to get a big deal. Doesn't need a big deal. It's like the quintessential Patriots signing, right?
Yeah, get him from Detroit.
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah,
get him from.
It's either Detroit or Cleveland, right?
Teams that you left. They should. I'm telling you, Matty.
You gotta be.
Matty P should get a Rolex from multiple guys.
But
every year for the rest of their lives. Here's a Rolex.
If you're a Patriots fan, you got to pray that you have a good defensive player or a good offensive player, and they sign with the Browns or the Lions.
Yeah, because they're coming back to you.
Yeah,
well,
a year later, and you're gonna get a third round pick for it.
Yeah, you get them back. Yeah,
you gotta be. What's up with your boy Winovich now?
He's in Cleveland.
Do you send me the thing when he was like doing the dedication ceremony? He was so big, and they panned out to the people in the stands. There was like 8 kids there.
There's like 8 kids. It's Cleveland. It's not like, come on. It's not like
number 69.
69. It's a great number. That would be my celebration.
How many years does he have left in the league?
I don't. It depends on how he plays this year. He's gonna have an opportunity.
How do you think he's going to play?
Maybe they just
let him
run up the field. Like certain places, you can just run and he'd have a better success. If he was in a place where Bill's like harping on you, you can't get pushed out, you can't run past the quarterback, you can't do this, you can't do that. Maybe that was more restrictive for him. Maybe he needs to just be in a place where you can be free.
Do you think they fucked with him and made him cut his hair, like right before they traded him?
I don't know about that. I think
he cut his hair like a day before he got traded. Like, do you think it was like, if you cut your hair, maybe Bill will keep you here?
Yeah, right.
Cut his hair. You're going to Cleveland now.
All right, hold on. We'll take a quick break. I just had alkaline smart water hit me right in the bladder and 2 high lives. We'll be back. So we're back. Feel better. So here's my question to you, Dan.
Oh, boy.
I need to know this. What did you think of the Sean McVay mockery, laughing at the pick? What'd you think? I think those boys were sauced up or something.
They had to be.
I think they were a little sauced up. They must have had a few highlights.
You don't remember him at the Super Bowl with Belichick when he was the puppy dog?
Like a little like,
hey, I'm near Bill. Yeah. Like, I'm coaching Bill. I can lose.
That laugh though. Can we get the laugh? I'll let Reddy just do it.
They had to have been drunk though. They had to have been drunk.
That's almost like a forced fake laugh. You know when people laugh, you're like, "Yep, that ain't real. That's not a real laugh."
They're just they're riding high over the Super Bowl win.
Beat their asses. They should just get in a cage match. Talk about UFC.
Yeah, but what would have happened though if Brady had like Godwin or Antonio Brown in that game? The Rams wouldn't have won.
Brown is...
Yeah, but I mean,
gone.
But the Rams would have lost that game though. Against the Bucks.
Yeah, Well, guess what? There's always a little bit of luck involved in football.
Yeah.
I would have been 0-3 in the Super Bowl. Thank God I wasn't 0-3.
Did you see that interview?
I might be a different person. Like, you ever see those 4 falls of Buffalo or whatever it was? It was like the 3 falls. Like Buffalo being back-to-back Super Bowl losers. Like, that sucks. I feel bad for the kicker, the guy that lost it to the Giants. Jeez.
Was it Morton Anderson?
Yeah.
Was it Morton? I can't remember who it was.
Not Morton. Morton Anderson. Yeah, I think it was Morton Anderson, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Didn't he play in the Falcons after that? Then he moved on to the Falcons.
I think
played a super long time. Was it Morton Anderson? I don't know, but it was a sad ass thing. You wanna get me emotional? Show me a documentary on like old dudes talking about how they never won one.
Marv Levy?
Marv Levy?
Coach?
Yeah.
No, Scott Norwood.
Norwood. Ooh. He's got to sit down and talk about the miss. Comes back and the whole city's just destroyed.
It's almost like Ray Finkel.
Oh. You could lose your shit. You could lose your mind. Well, some of those guys will.
Yeah, it's like Ray Finkel.
The laces were in. Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is Finkel. That's a good movie.
Oh, man.
They don't make movies like that
Einhorn is a
anymore.
man.
Yeah, they don't make movies like that anymore. They can't. They can't
No,
make
they
movies
can't.
like that anymore.
They can't. You got to hold on to those classics. Oh my gosh. What a great movie.
That was unbelievable.
He's burning everything. He's in the shower.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Oh, man. What a great movie.
Imagine if they made that movie now. It'd be protests.
That's, dude, 2022. That sucks, man. Just, can we all have, like, a sense of humor, too? Like, can you just, like, laugh things off? Or it has to be, like, that's not funny.
It's like Chris Rock. We talked about it before.
Like, come on, dude. Like, just...
Like, I get Chris Rock, maybe crossed the line a little bit on that side, but, like, it wasn't... The guy's a comedian. Like, that's what he's supposed to do.
Here's my question. How can you be a comedian in 2022?
Look at Dave Chappelle last night.
Like, you can't.
You know that guy had a gun and a knife, too?
How terrible is that? If I'm Chappelle, I'm like, listen, I'm taking my
Yeah, I know.
$500 million I made off my Chappelle show, and I'm out of here, bro. I'm gonna go do some. I'm gonna go. Sometimes it's like this crazy. It's crazy ass world we live in.
Well, the problem is you can't really say anything, no matter what you say.
Yeah, I know. No,
Like-
you can't. No matter. It's on either side. It's
Like that dog. That dog is gray, and it's like no. I mean, how can you say it's gray? It's brown.
It's
Somebody else. Well, no, it's not brown.
it's bad.
Silver.
I watched like this. There's a thing on Instagram. It's like Karens or something. Karens. It's like just,
Karen's Gone Wild.
Yeah,
I think.
like just crazy.
Oh, I love that.
Crazy.
Those are the best videos ever.
It's wild.
I love the ones like with the skateboarding ones are the best. Like when they're like sitting there
Yes.
like attacking skateboarders
Like-
and all that.
You just scared my dog. And the guy's like, what are you talking about? He's like, my dog is shivering now. How dare you? You just scared my dog.
Yeah, they're like chasing them and
I
everything.
just
They're
say,
trying
hey,
to push
buddy,
them down.
do you want 10 stitches across your freaking forehead? Get the fuck away from me.
What I don't understand though is how can people get away with like you have them like pushing the kids and everything? Like why are you pushing a kid? You're an adult.
Oh,
Those are the best videos ever though. The Karen videos are
it's
like you get if you start watching
you
them,
cut me off. I saw this lady in a Prius. You cut me off. She's got her phone. I'm calling the police. You cut me off. The guy's like, okay, call the police. Like,
But you can
have
get
fun with
if
your
you start
Prius.
watching those, you can get lost for like an hour or two.
I know. I got to get out of my phone. You got to get out of your phone. Everybody, I think one of the worst things to ever happen to mankind was a cell phone and Instagram and social media. It's all bullshit. All these people are fake as hell. You get your freaking muscled up people that are like, I eat great every day. They're eating salads, but then in their back just shooting themselves up with steroids. Like it's all, you got a guy pulling up in a Lambo, just like takes off the glasses, puts them in a hey.
They're really the valet.
It's leased. It's not
No,
mine.
the valet.
I don't own this. It's just ridiculous. It's
We ever
such
see those
a
videos of
fake
kids
environment.
taking pictures posing with cars and people come out and
Yeah,
like,
they're
get
like,
off my
"Yo,
fucking car.
Get off my car, dude." It's like that's what scares me about our future, our kids. It's a false sense of reality. The average American, what do they make? 60,000 a year?
Yeah, I think so.
Like that's like average. People think, well, the average probably makes like 250, right?
Yeah.
250 grand. It's like no. You're way off.
In work.
And your little COVID check just went right into your gas tank, buddy. So
That's the thing I can't understand what people don't understand why inflation's come out because if you just keep giving people money for free,
it makes the
like, it
value
makes,
nothing.
makes
That's
the
like
value of money be
if
less.
I was to sign, like for example, make it very simple. If Michael Jordan or Tom Brady were to sit down and just sign as many cards as they possibly could and just flood the market with them,
Yeah.
then they'd be worth nothing.
Yeah, the first two are worth a lot.
Yes.
The next two are worth
So
less.
it's all about the amount that's out there. So the more like you just, it means that everything else means nothing.
Yeah. I was talking to one of our managers the other day, and he's like, it's so weird now when I interview people. They tell me up front, like I'm interviewing them. I'm like, okay, we'll give you the job. They're like, yeah, but I can't start this week because I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks. I'll be back that week, but then I go on vacation again for another week, and then
So bad.
I need like these 5 days off. So it's like, okay, so you're applying for a job. The next 30 days, you're planning on working for 4 days. You want us to hire you? Yeah. And they're serious. Like it's
They're
like
serious.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you take your shit and leave? How about that? That's like I just don't get it, man. I don't get it.
we should do videos of that, like Rob Ninkovich Instagram videos, like just walking in on an interview, like when these people say this stuff and just saying,
just say, hey, buddy,
get out.
take a hike. No, I'd come in with the stick. You have the stick, like the old cartoons.
Yeah.
It's the stick with like the handkerchief
Just
in the
pull.
back. You just say, take a hike, dude.
well,
You
you
know?
can't watch any of the old cartoons now, though.
Old dude, I watched Tom and Jerry. I love Tom and Jerry.
can't?
That was my favorite cartoon. Think about Dumbo. How freaking racist Dumbo is.
Yeah, it's bad.
You turn on Dumbo,
Yeah.
you got the crows, the jive crows are walking, hey, my man. It's like, yo, what the heck? This shit was a little bit borderline. I mean, it was pretty obscene, but
Well, same thing with Ace Ventura, though. Like the
nah. What was I watching the other day, and I was surprised to hear it because I'm like, right now, Monster Squad. Monster Squad. Remember that movie? It was like it was an older '80s movie, and it's a great movie. But in the beginning of the movie, they say a word that you can't say it now. Like you cannot say that word in 2022. I can't even say it right now.
I remember the movie.
So-
1987.
Yeah, 1987. It's from the 80s, but it's just it was a kid movie, PG, and they said they said
Any PG movie from the 90s,
they said a word
80s
you can't
is
say. You
R.
can't say it. You
Yeah.
just can't say it now.
Yeah.
And it was just like nonchalant. Like, don't be that way. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
holy cow, has stuff changed? Well, I don't know. It's just
Just the Einhorn.
Matt
is
Light
Finkel.
lost. Like Matt Light doing his.
He was like third, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's bad. And everyone, they're like, you had people coming out saying he's the devil and that he.
Really?
Yeah.
He's running for school board.
Yeah, and that he's got brain. You want a school board guy that has brain damage, just crazy stuff.
For the Foxborough
Yeah,
school board.
It's like, yo,
like
we just don't want.
20
like,
years ago, people at a
He
bake
just,
sale. and
like
you
he
won.
thinks it's wrong for a boy to be able to go in the girls' bathroom. Doesn't that seem like not a crazy thing?
You're gonna get attacked for that now. If you say you're wrong, that's wrong.
Well, I just don't. I mean, don't you think that there should be a different like? I just know that I can't go in there. I
Yeah.
can't go in there.
That's right. Because I saw that yesterday. He finished third, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even close. I don't think, right?
No, I don't think it was close.
I remember like school board people used to run, and they would bake. It would be like who could bake the better cookies, or like who could stand out there longer in the rain and wave and everything like that.
It's we're in like I don't know, wild times.
I don't know though. There's still some stuff that doesn't even make sense though, like the other way, and people just kind of turn a blind eye to it in some areas and all that.
Well, yeah, like electric, like EV.
Yeah.
It's not green.
Well, apparently it is
It's
because
not. It's
I don't
not
put
green.
I don't put fuel into it.
It's when you do the math on it, it's just as bad or probably worse because of how they have to get the. So we've talked about this ad nauseum. I don't have to get into it, but electric vehicles are not the answer. They're not.
No.
And I don't know what to tell you because everyone's like, oh, that's like the way we need to go. We need to be energy independent. We can't go with battery power because we don't have the resources to make batteries. Doesn't that seem like normal
Well, the government's going to spend
processes on
the government's
how
going to spend like $25 billion on like batteries, built batteries. There's a battery they're going to come out with that was supposed to be like the new thing, right? That was going to get better mileage, it would last longer and all that. During testing, it became like a bomb, like
Yeah.
it blew up.
I was just reading an article about that ship that sank, and they're like it could be related to the lithium batteries in an electric car. Duh. Like it could. Yeah, of course it could.
But my thing with that though is like, you have all those batteries now at the bottom of the ocean.
That's great for Willie. It's great for the killer whales and all the ecosystems of our it's ridiculous. Well, actually, probably all burnt off anyway, right up into the atmosphere. It's like I wish we had a common sense button. Like common sense.
That's the problem.
Common sense.
That's the problem.
Just common sense.
A lot of the ideas make a lot of sense right now, but nobody wants to use common sense about how to implement them.
So I understand, like a diesel truck or fuel, putting in emission standards to make the air cleaner that's coming out of the tailpipe. All that stuff makes sense. Okay, like when you see a diesel truck now, an old truck, and it's pure, and it's like
it's like all black smoke.
Like, ugh, God, that's gross. Like, put a DPF on it. I get it. Like, that's smart.
Yeah.
But banning leaf blowers to go to electric, where the batteries come from and how they're made and how they're produced is all just like ignored, and where you get the power from is all ignored. And how you recycle that power is all ignored. And solar panels can't be recycled, and how they're built is all ignored. It's just like, well, this is better for the earth. You know what's bad for the earth?
Yeah.
All this shit just flowing into the ocean. You got freaking minnows just like swimming in here, getting caught up. Like that's
the water's good for you though.
I think they just found the first microplastic in human blood, which is great. Everyone. Keep microwaving your shit in rubber Tupperware, what all that shit is. Keep eating your food out of freaking plastic trays and heating it up in the microwave. That's really good for you.
But that's what it is, though. Like today, there was a vote in Nantucket that they're going to favor allowing people to be topless at the beach. Right. But one of the things, though, that
Should we do
said,
a pod from Nantucket.
Yeah, but then you'll just see a bunch of old dudes,
you see like big fat guys. Hey, put your bra on. I'm offended. I'm a man.
But my thing with it though is like one of the reasons they said it was to allow people that don't have self-confidence to be out there. Well, if you don't have self-confidence, why would you go somewhere with no clothes on? That doesn't make any sense. I don't have self-confidence, so it's like, hey. Only
thing I would say about that is like if I had, well, I actually, I can't tell this story. Somebody yell at me. Only thing I would say about that is like if I had my family there and I saw, I'd have the sunglasses on. But if my kids are like, "Oh, yo, what's up?" Like it's just hanging out, like topless. I could see that would be an issue. But anything that's adult related, like, come on, you're an adult.
Yeah.
If you're a weirdo, they're talking about the weirdos. I could see that too. I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want some weirdo just gawking, like taking photos. You're like, dude, beat it.
What happens then, though? Aren't those people then, like, you'll have somebody
this is
that comes
what
out
should
and says,
happen. You should just go up to the guy and beat his ass.
But that's what I mean.
You can't.
You can't do that. But, like, you take a guy like that, right, that's going to sit there and take pictures of somebody at a topless beach, right? And then somebody's going to come out on his side saying, well, I mean, he kind of is allowed to take pictures. Like, I know it's maybe wrong, but he should be allowed to express himself and take pictures. No, like, that's not the case.
Yeah. I think they could keep the tops on, honestly, because
you're gonna have the people who you don't want to see with the top off.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have some scary things walking around.
Yeah, I mean, because I can't imagine somebody's gonna go, oh, that's where I want to go and have all these people look at me.
Supermodels just ripping their tops off.
No, but that's just the world we live in.
These highlights are delicious.
Yeah. They go down nice and easy.
Oh, man. So
how come we haven't got any more 8 from Aikman?
I'll hit him up. Say, hey, my friend, Aikman, Troy, hit me up with some more beer.
Where is he on? Where did he sign with now?
I don't know. Huge money probably for, is it Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football?
I think it's ESPN, isn't it?
Yeah. Joined up.
Oh, your teammates now.
Yes. Yeah, finally. The Cowboy.
You going to New York this week?
Next week. Not this week. This week I work from home.
You looking forward to going to New York?
Oh, I can't wait for the rats to run over my foot. Yep.
How bad are they?
Like a baby. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. When I go to New York, I feel like maybe I get a little bit ill. I don't know if that's anxiety or if that's actually the air or the food or something. It has a smell to it. I don't know. I don't like. The only thing I like is the 3-hour train ride. I do enjoy that because I finally can watch a documentary. Or you know what's actually a good movie I just watched was Greyhound with Tom Hanks. It's actually pretty good.
You watch Squid Games yet?
No, it's not real. Can't watch it. I wanted some real
It's not
shit.
real. You were ready to watch it when you
I want
thought
some
people were
real
really
deal.
dying?
Yeah. That would be really more suspense.
Why won't you watch it?
I don't know. I can't do the whole thing when the mouths don't match the actual voice.
On the plane right back, I watched
What is this?
the Martin Shkreli documentary thing.
Yes.
The Farmer Bro kid.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It's good?
Yeah.
What did I watch? Oh, the newest Ozarks. I like Ozarks.
I watched a little bit. I couldn't get into
What?
it. I watched a few of them.
That's a great one.
I watched it. I'm going to finally, my wife and I are going to try to watch, what's the one that you watch? The cowboy one. Kevin Costner.
Yes.
What was it?
I
Yellowstone,
was gonna say
yeah.
Westwood. That was a good show too, by the way. Yellowstone. I was gonna say that one. And what's the spin-off of that? Like 1893 or something? 1893.
You watched that too?
I haven't watched that yet, but I hear it's good. It's only a 1-season thing though.
I'm getting excited. The Boys are going to be coming back soon. You ever watch the Boys
No,
on HBO? It's like superheroes that are bad.
no, I haven't watched that one.
It's really good.
It's a good one too.
Oh, really good.
Yeah,
Your train ride, you got to watch that. The Rats.
I'll have to check that one out. I hate rats. Rats are. Here's the thing.
How big are they?
I mean, they could be as big as your cat. They're huge. They're disgusting. They eat trash.
But how?
New York
What's the
doesn't
biggest
have
one
an
you saw
alley.
though?
New York doesn't have an alley system, so their trash is all outside.
Yeah.
So number one, you have like that trash. Imagine taking because they don't have trash cans. They just take all the trash bags and put them in the street. So you have that like
Like the residue of
Ninja
people
Turtle.
dragging it.
No, listen. Ninja Turtle, the whole like green slime shit that goes down like on the turtles and makes them what they are. It's based in New York.
Yeah, it is.
It's based in New York because that like that slime shit comes out of the bags of garbage, and you can like as you're walking, you're like, ugh.
Do you wear booties on your shoes and everything?
I avoid trash because I've had rats like run out of there. They're in the trash. They're in the trash.
So you
I
like
think-
psych yourself up in the morning to walk from the hotel
If
to the
I was
studio?
a trash man in New York, I would strike and say, I am not picking up another damn bag of trash till I'm making $200,000 a year because I ain't touching this trash.
They probably make that,
God knows what's inside. There's rats in there jumping all over you, jumping out, freaking biting you. Not doing it.
I wonder how many garbage men have been bitten by rats though in New
I'm
York.
sure there's been a good amount. I'm sure
There's got to be a lot.
they're not getting paid enough. They're not getting paid enough.
I wonder how much an average New York City trash.
They're not making enough money. I'm telling you. They need to make $200,000 a year to do what they do. I'm telling you, it's disgusting. It smells. There's rats. There's other shit in there that you don't want to touch, and they're freaking grabbing the bags. It's not like, the claw that throws the freaking
Oof.
what do they make?
The salaries of trashmen in New York City, New York, range from $11,925 to $106,370, with a median salary of $38,113.
It's a fucking shame, man.
God, you could work at fucking.
So you want to work at McDonald's and make $18.50 to $21 an hour, or
That's what I was
you won't
doing
work at a fast food restaurant? You want $20 an hour, but
If you make $18 an hour, it's $37,000 a year.
I mean, they need to make more. I'm telling you, go to New York and look at the trash. It's disturbing, and I'm being honest. It's disturbing. It bothers me. I can't deal with it. I couldn't live in New York. No offense to anybody listening that's from New York. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I like my space. I
So
don't like
do you hate
rats.
dreading when you have to go out to New
I don't
York?
like. Yes, I have an anxiety of New York. I have.
How often
city-
have you screamed
I have
on the streets?
city anxiety. I screamed twice. One time, literally, a guy stopped to look because he thought I was dying. It was a rat ran in between my legs. You call me whatever you want. Call me whatever you want. I don't like the city. I don't like any. I mean, I like Boston because it's smaller. It's not as like crazy.
The rats aren't as big.
It's not disgusting. It's not dirty, which in a few years it might. Let's not get into that side of things. But Chicago is gone down the shitter. It used to be beautiful. Now it's gone. It's going to be Detroit in a few years. New Orleans is small. I like New Orleans. It smells too. Don't people are like Ninkovich. New Orleans stinks. It's because it's under sea level. I get it, but at least it has that like charm. At least it has a little bit of charm to it.
Yeah.
It's old, but it has like the cobblestones, the old buildings, the St. Charles Avenue, the trolley cars, Bourbon Street. New York is just massive, and the people are just like, just screaming,
When
honking.
a rat bites you, you're fine.
Like cockroaches, rats, cars, horns honking, people screaming, massive, like just massive. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why I live where I live.
What was your favorite city to travel to when you were playing?
Favorite city to travel to? Florida was always nice because we stayed in like Fort Lauderdale.
So Miami.
Yeah, Miami was good because it was like if it was cold here, we go down there.
Miami.
But it was just to get, like you could never enjoy this isn't like baseball where I was talking to a couple pros that when they went on a series, they would go out.
Yeah, because you're there
3
for
to 4 nights.
days. Yeah.
They'd be in a city. They would.
You guys are there, and
we're
there
there
the day before,
the
gone
day
that
before
night.
we're gone that night. So
Yeah.
it's not like you can enjoy it. It would just be if it was freezing here, you go to Florida, you're like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Denver was always nice. Like you go to Denver, Mile High. It was a good city. It's a pretty city. I like San Diego. It was a nice spot too.
Yeah.
Very cool city. It's sad that they're not there anymore because they had a great fan base.
In L.A. now.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to live in L.A. You couldn't pay me a salary to live
You don't
in
want
LA.
like a 1,500 square foot house for $2 million bucks?
No. They just went on like this water ban, like 80 something crazy, like a 30% less water than they're at right now because they're running out of water because they have too many people and their aquifers are drying up, and then they'll just move to Texas or Florida and,
That's where they're going,
and ruin that state too.
Put the nice laws in place and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Charge people crazy
So,
amounts of taxes, and
There's
then
taxes.
Yeah.
People, I'm not a politician. I don't get in this shit. But do you realize that taxes are all, if you're a company and you get taxed more, where do you put it? It just goes to the consumer.
people don't
It
understand.
just goes to the smaller fry. Your $5 Happy Meal went to $20.
That's what it is now too.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah.
Everything. So I just come on. Like I said, hit the common sense button. Hit the common sense button. Groceries are insane because diesel's insane.
The world
It all
needs the
works.
common sense button now, but it's never going to come.
It's never gonna come. So just get yourself prepared, get yourself ready, and
Build a bunker like the Ninkovich is going to build one.
have some property in New Hampshire maybe.
You build a bunker yet?
You never tell somebody you got a bunker. You never tell somebody you got a safe spot. All right, you never say it. Okay, that would be opposite of what you should do.
If I had put money on people I know that would have a bunker, like you're at the top of the list. Like you're near the very top.
I got 2,000 acres, so maybe
There
I
could
do,
be one
maybe
there
I don't.
somewhere.
Maybe it's somewhere in there. You won't find it, and maybe there's some things that will
At
keep
least you know if the apocalypse ever happens and you need to be somewhere, you can go to New York City, hunt some rats.
Ugh.
You get a good meal.
No, that I Am Legend.
There's
I am not
there's a
good
lot
for
of,
I Am Legend.
but there's a lot of meat though, like that big.
Street meat. Ugh, disgusting. But yeah, I don't know. You know who I was talking to recently? Bob Menery.
Yeah.
He said he'd come on the show, so we're gonna have to have him on the show.
That'd be good.
I'd like to ask him about like how he got into the whole. He's got that voice.
Mhm.
He's got a good broadcasting voice, but obviously
Not a broadcaster.
he's not a broadcaster. But it's funny as shit.
He got away from
was
doing the videos for a while.
He
He
did.
just started
Now
getting
he's starting
back.
to go back
Yeah.
because I think people are hounding him for it. But I would like to know a few things about how that happened. Like, was that like a thing when he was a kid?
Had
Like,
to
you were
be.
just like,
Yeah,
he
doing his
had
friends.
the voice.
Yeah.
And you talk like this.
Yeah.
Because, Jesus, there it goes, ball 3. You know, like
Yeah.
the way that he talks and all that stuff. I know his dad. Yeah. So we'll have to get him on because he said he would, and he's a local guy, which is funny because if I go back many years in my phone before he blew up and was a guy, he had hit me up on my instant message, like on Instagram, like, hey, big fan. You know, like he was probably a kid.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like all those guys. You think about, what's that, Steve will do it? That kid, they started the Happy Dad. It's like a seltzer.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like, they're like gazillionaires now.
That's what a lot of people are.
Gazillionaires.
The people that have a lot of money that I can never figure out is Ryan's toys. That's the thing that I can't ever figure out.
They play with toys
Remember
and
that?
they make a lot of money. The dad.
He was making like $35 million a year. The kid
He's still making it 30.
Yeah.
He's still making that.
just fucking open toys. My kids used to watch it, and I would get upset about it because
I
I'm
get
like,
mad. Yeah, I get mad. Yeah.
you're watching somebody open for like,
Yeah. Go play.
you got a toy right here. Go play with the toy.
toys.
But nope, open the toy.
I don't get it.
There's another kid that my kids watch now. Like he plays video games. I'm like, well, you have you can go
Yeah,
play
go
the video
play
game.
video games.
You can play it. No, I'm watching him play it.
Let me go tape you play video games. You make me $30 million a year.
Yeah, I used to fucking play a lot of video games when I was a kid.
Trust me, you'll have a great fun setup. Go make me $30 million a year.
That's what
It's funny, you see the progression, like the Ryan's World parents, like they start out in an apartment, like, filming their kid. You know, they had like a couple Rubbermaid
Yeah.
chairs, like outdoor
Yeah.
patio furniture on the family room floor. Like,
yeah, now it's like,
now they're in a mansion. You know, they got all white marble everywhere.
but the money is for Ryan though.
Yeah, but it's all for Ryan.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get $400 million when he's 18 years old. Right.
yeah, yeah.
The parents are just.
No management fees.
They were arrested. The mom was arrested for shoplifting at one point in her life.
Was she stole the toys to do the show?
The mom was arrested. She has a record
I never knew that.
for being a shoplifter. Yes.
That's
Interesting. Interesting.
I always thought like when you had a parent, you know,
I want to
your
use
kids
my
play
kids.
sports.
I want to use my kids up.
Yeah.
They're my freaking. I made them. So you want to make me money? I'll make. Yeah, let's go. My son is very good looking.
And now
I'm gonna
we're
make-
canceled.
I'm gonna make. What? You can't say that.
You just said that you, like they're your possession.
I made them. They're my children. Why do you think like the Culkins and Macaulay Culkin and the
His brother's actually really good in the show.
Yes,
and that,
he is.
What's the show?
like their parents were? You can't tell me. Okay, so like
What's the show?
Tiger
Macaulay
Woods.
Culkin's brothers? Yeah. Succession.
You can't.
you watched
say, that? No, Succession.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You can't say that Tiger Woods didn't have a plan, or his dad, Tiger Woods didn't have his dad didn't have a plan for him when he was making him watch him hit golf balls in a high chair, eating, and made him hit golf balls over and over and over and over and over again.
I should have done that. My kids are like too old now, I think. I should have done that though.
I got a 2-year-old. I can still do that. Nope. You want a snack?
You want a snack?
You want a
Swing
snack?
right. Swing right.
Swing. Swing it. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
You don't eat. You don't eat. You don't get food tonight. You don't get dinner.
Go to bed.
So that's the people are making money off their kids. You can't say that Ryan, like the parents aren't reaping the benefits from
100%.
Ryan's World.
But look at like even
So how does that work? So if they make $30 million, if Ryan's World makes $30 million, what do the parents make?
probably all of it. It's a management fee.
Yeah.
They're managing.
We're
them.
the parents.
Yeah.
We're above management.
Yeah,
We're
that's
above
what I mean.
agents.
Yeah.
We're above everything.
We have to
This
take care of.
person is a combination of my DNA.
We have to take care of them.
So he owes me.
Yeah, it's $30 million. It's $28 million to take care of
Yes.
him.
It's
We'll put $2 million away
yes.
for his college fund.
Yes, or none away from his
He'll make
Doesn't have
enough
to
money.
go to
He'll make
college.
enough money to pay for it.
like what's that movie with Along Came Polly?
That's a good movie.
Oh, great movie. But like the child actor, he did like one movie,
Yeah.
and like he's doing like the play for it's he's going through the play and he's taking over and he's like, I'm Judas. And the guy's like, no, I just felt it. I'm going on the flow. And they're like, this is all volunteer theater. This is volunteer theater.
It was like Jesus Christ Superstar or something like that. I'll never forget that movie, though. You know, it's like, he's like, raindrops, and it's just throwing it up. Then it's shirts versus skins.
Oh, the shirt, and he's just like the nipple. No, the best part about that is when he goes on the first date, and he's got irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
And he goes in the bathroom, and he's like, he clogs the toilet.
Yeah.
He sees the great grandmother's knitted. Oh gosh, what a terrible.
That was a good movie.
Oh, it's great.
It's a very underrated movie.
It's a very funny movie.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't actually think about that movie, though.
It's a great movie. And then, I mean, Aniston. Whew. Very, very strong looking.
It was like the Frenchman, the dive instructor.
Oh, yeah. Ruben. Yo, you down for scuba, Ruben? Would you like the scuba? You know, oh, he's on the moped. He's the guy that smashed his wife. He's on the back of the moped. Oh,
Ruben. That's a good movie.
Hey, Ruben. Oh, that's a great movie. Go watch it. Along Came Polly.
Along Came Polly.
Paige has a hair appointment. Oh boy, it's 11:20. So we gotta wrap it up in 10 minutes. Episode 62. What's your thought? What's your projection of the 2022 Patriots in the division this year?
11 wins.
You're going 11 wins.
11.
Do they win the division?
It's tough. I'm not 100% sure they'll win the division. 11 wins. It might take 12.
I don't think they're going to win the division. I think Buffalo's. I think they're here to stay.
I think it's
for a
Buffalo,
while.
Patriots, Dolphins, Jets.
You think the Jets are still last place?
I don't think the quarterback's that good. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how good he is either. But I don't think that they help the cause. The Patriots have not won a division since
2019.
Tom Brady was the quarterback. And I like Mac Jones. I like Big Mac. But I just don't think. And there's a reason, you let Tom go. Oh, we're fine. We're good. It's the coaching. It's the process. And they haven't won a division yet.
They have a chance of winning it this year, I think. And they will win it in 2023.
You want to put a Hellcat on it?
Would you?
No, I won't do it. We have 2 Hellcats coming, by the way. They are stopping production of the SRT Hellcat, and they're going with an
All SRTs.
SRT electric version after that, which will be
SRTE.
so fun and quiet and just sound like an electric vacuum. Just be so fun. Just be like so entertaining. So
they'll put like for somebody
fake
like
sound?
you,
You
they'll
think
put
they're
fake
gonna
sound.
put fake sound?
Yeah, they'll put fake sound in. Yeah. How mad would you be at that? Like you press the button and you just hear the.
I'm good. That's why I'm buying one, and me and Daniel are gonna have a reveal of the orange and the silver Hellcat whenever they get here. They should be here. I don't know when.
Your guess is as good as
Nobody
mine.
knows. We don't know because of production and all the fun
My
things.
392
with
still
chips.
isn't built yet.
Really?
Yeah.
They say that ours are in production though, right?
The BX status, it's called.
Yeah, they don't know. So
You can't track them that way.
yeah.
Like you think you could. Like where is it today and all that.
I
No.
would love to. I'm gonna try and get a hold of somebody at the plant.
They'll tell you, go pound sand, Robert.
Do you know who I am? I'm gonna say, do you know who I am?
I think your best shot is to say you're related to Chase Winovich.
Well, where are they built? Are they in Michigan?
Michigan. Yeah.
They're in Michigan?
Yeah.
Well, he's in Cleveland, so that doesn't help.
Close enough, though.
He's from
He's more
University of.
He's more relevant right now.
I'm irrelevant. I'm an old man.
Yeah.
So maybe we should
Dodging rats on the New York streets.
Ugh. I don't like it. Well, I think that's a wrap to episode 62.
Yeah.
My wife has to get her hair done in 1 hour, and I do not want to deal with that wrath, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
But we'll see you guys
happy
next week.
wife, happy life. Tune in, the Dan and Ninko Show. We got more shit coming. and the weather is breaking. So
Hit it in the Boston. It's like a Red Sox game.
Get in the car.
no, we'll definitely do a Red Sox game, but I want to do something like in Vineyard or something.
Yeah. Topless Beach in Nantucket.
Do you go topless?
Yeah, I'll go topless.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys.
Let's do it.
Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, danandninko.com. Don't forget to buy your Brunt workwear.
Oh yeah, Brunt.
You know,
Get my hat on.
using the code Dan and Ninko, save yourself $10.
Wow.
So definitely check it out.
See you guys.
See you guys next
Thank
week.
you.